All right, we out here.
Oh,
We made it.
we live finally.
We live finally.
All right, cool. Yeah, welcome to the Chino Show, episode 3. The Christmas Eve episode.
Yes.
Coming at you a minute late.
Between last episode and now, I turned 20.
Yes, big boy, big boy.
What else happened?
I'm currently not in my normal spot. I'm at my grandparents' house right now.
I'm still 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You have a Santa hat anywhere, Caleb?
No.
You can have this
You're
one.
100% sure?
Yeah, pretty sure. I don't have much.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, we came in here very unprepared today. Not gonna lie.
As pretty much as unprepared as we could possibly get. All things considered.
Yeah.
We were calling multiple people being like, hey,
Oh,
are
really?
you free right now?
But it's chill.
It's good.
It's chill.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. I've got I just lost track of what I was saying.
Yeah, we're a little frazzled. Christmas season is pretty stressful.
Yeah.
I
did a lot today though, so
I didn't do much at all today. I wrapped some gifts.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I just went out. Apparently my gift wrapping, like the way I wrap boxes, is weird. And I don't think it is, but apparently it is.
Well, how do you do it? Like,
I do it the way I think you're, like, supposed to do it. I guess I just do it poorly.
where you go around it and then you
Aubrey was
crease
talking shit about my boxes.
You crease the insides, fold it down, and then put it up and down.
Well, yeah, you put your box down, and then you go over the top, like lengthways, tape that, go over again.
Yeah.
And then with the sides that are undone, you fold from the top, crease the sides, the edges, fold those, and then fold the last flap in. Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah.
But
I don't know
I guess I'm just not good at it or something, because she laughed at my box I made.
That's how I would fold a box.
That's the go-to, man.
Box.
Yeah,
go-to.
I don't need to do any special, like zero tape with a ribbon. I don't need to do all that crazy shit.
Yeah.
I'll use some tape. There's ways to like fold the wrapping paper to where you don't have to use any tape.
Yeah, just
and
like
then you
crease
can wrap it with a
ribbon.
ribbon. Yeah, you like crease and like fold things under each other and shit so it doesn't.
I don't want no origami. It's gonna get ripped anyways, right?
Yeah, you're just gonna get rid of it. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I agree.
I just stick to gift bags and wrapping paper. Or tissue paper.
Yeah, most of the gifts I have went into bags because they were just like small things, like a collection of things, or like, things that you don't need to wrap individually, but one of my gifts came in a box, so I wrapped the box.
Yeah, we had a white elephant exchange today, and we normally it's like a little bit more serious, but like in recent years, they've just kind of been fun. So what I did is I went to Marshall's and got a plastic glitter deer, reindeer. No, I think it's just a deer. It was like a plastic deer, and what they had done is like just put glitter beads or like glitter and beads all over the everything on it. So I cut it in half and stuffed each end with a different present. So those were my 2 presents, and one of them had a Whataburger card, and the other one had dental floss. So
man, somebody's eating good and someone's cleaning up good, I guess.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it wasn't a gift card. It was the number card.
Oh, I see. The like table numbers.
Yeah. Because my cousin
see.
collects those. He's trying to get 1 through 100.
Yeah.
And that's one that he already had.
You actually went through with it, with that plan. That's pretty good.
It's one he already had, though, so.
Oh, okay. So it's just a tease, no matter how you put it. You cut it in half, like one's the ass and one's the face?
Yeah, one's like the back hind legs and one's the front legs and the...
Nice. That's good.
It would make a good, like a book holder, you know? Where it's like the two ends. He said what he's gonna do, because he got both of them. He got hold of both of them. He said he's gonna modify it and regift it next year at the White Elephant Exchange. Probably put like a slinky in the middle so it like comes in.
Nice.
I came out on top on that White Elephant.
Really?
Yeah. I got what I'm gonna give to Andrew for Christmas.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice.
So I don't know if I should tell you right now.
No, don't tell me yet.
Okay, but it's right here by my side.
We'll find out next Saturday.
It is so good.
Damn.
Is next Saturday the Christmas special, or is that?
This is the Christmas special. That's the after party. That's like the secret. We already had it planned out by the first episode, what we would talk about that day.
Well, yeah, I mean, we did. That's the thing.
Yeah, we already know.
We've planned these so much, you guys don't even know.
90% of the planning that went into this podcast, or the creation of this podcast, was just for that day next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'm reading my script right now that we've been writing over the past week.
Oh no!
You have not had it up? All these are scripted. I mean, we can't just
literally every single thing is scripted.
Guys, I messed up.
What?
Guys, after this podcast, I was gonna go the week without my phone.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No,
is that just gonna be a saga for this entire
no,
series?
Don't do that, because then we can't have a full-fledged conversation about our planned conversation we're gonna have next time.
I don't want any spoilers. All right.
Dude, 8 weeks from now, you're gonna be like, "Oh man, this week I was gonna do it."
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, I'll.
Dude, we can't. One little flap of hair makes no sense.
I'm not gonna spoil anything else.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Man, I'll tell you what, I've been busy today.
It
really?
Seems like it.
Okay. I'll spoil it. I'll spoil the burning secret on everybody's lips in this room chat. I was asleep before this. Like garbage and everything. But the reason for that, right? So I went to sleep fairly early last night, right, Andrew?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe a little bit after midnight.
Yeah.
And so I went to sleep then, and then I was like, I don't know, I guess I didn't sleep well either. And I woke up at like 3:30 anyways, randomly, and I could not get back to sleep.
Oh, AM?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna chill out and see if I get tired anymore. And then I was like, that didn't happen. And by like 5 or 6, I was like, yeah, I want bacon. And so I waited for 7 a.m. for Walmart to open. Went to Walmart, got like some breakfast food, everything. Made all that, and I was really feeling okay by this time. The fatigue wasn't setting in.
Yeah.
But like, man, I'll tell you what. By like 5 o'clock today, I was like, okay, I can probably take a little 2-hour power nap and be fine, and be awake and everything by 9 p.m. And that just did not happen at all.
2 hours turned into
woke up to
3
a phone
hours.
call like 5 minutes before this started.
Like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
literally
phone call was 5 minutes, and I was like, I looked around. It was pitch dark in my room. I was like, oh shit. I got up, went to my bathroom, just like splashed my face in the water, and just came in here. Good day, all in all.
Yeah, it sounds pretty alright.
I've come out with a good amount of sleep though after the entire day.
Mm-hmm.
You paid your sleep debt that you had.
Yeah, it was definitely with interest.
I went to bed pretty soon after you did, Caleb. I've been sleeping really bad lately. Like, I've been going to bed at like 3 or 4 in the morning, waking up at like 1 p.m. So I went to bed at like, between midnight and 1 a.m. today, or last night. And I still woke up at 1 p.m. And I'm so
Really?
fucking mad about it. I'm
That's the
so
worst,
mad
man.
about it, dude. I just can't find a reason to get out of bed beforehand.
We've got to be pretty bad for each other about that, because usually, like, in the Discord where we game and chat, we're, like, usually the last two on at night. And it's always, like, 2 or 3 a.m. And I'm like, alright, see ya.
Well, lately I've been playing RuneScape late, no matter whether someone's there or not. Like, I'm just, like, sitting in Nightmare Zone, trying to bleed all my absorption points off so I can fucking get off. But, like, I'm, like, sitting there, it's, like, 2 in the morning, and I look at how long I'm gonna be in there, and I'm just like, dude, there's, like, hours of absorption left. I just want to fucking quit.
RuneScape, it's bad for you, man.
Any MMO is pretty bad for you in terms of your sleep.
Yeah.
MMOs are time sinks for sure.
Well, my day was pretty productive, I'd say.
Oh yeah, tell us about the special event that you've been hyping up for the past week or two.
I haven't been hyping it up. I haven't even like dropped. Well,
are you joking? Like 2 weeks ago, you were like,
you hyped it up to us.
I hyped it up to you guys. I wasn't like in the podcast, like, guys.
Well, yeah. Well,
soon,
I'm excited though, Blaine. You've excited me very much.
Okay. All right, Mr. Excited. So I woke up at like 7 this morning. Had breakfast, and then we got in the car and went to downtown San Antonio, and I was dressed like this, obviously, drip god on my glasses because
you are dripping today, yeah.
I know. I even got the
sorry, let me interrupt you real quick.
Santa hat. Yo, what's up?
Right now, I don't know it's the angle or something, or like the blazer being on, but you kind of look like an NFL like commentator for some reason. Maybe it's the headset too.
It's the headset with the blazer.
Yeah,
it's that professional look. But yeah, I got the festive tacky patterns, and so yeah, we got to downtown Waco. We stayed at we stopped at the
San Antonio, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, San Antonio. We parked at the Pearl, which is this hotel, really nice hotel in San Antonio, and these, what were they called? I don't know. These scooter sidecar things came and picked us up, and it was my family and
Vespas.
Yeah, Vespas. There was a Vespa sidecar tour around downtown San Antonio, because they've been doing a lot down there. They've been doing a lot of construction in the last 10 years, and I hadn't been in downtown San Antonio, except for the river walk, obviously, in a long time. So probably since I last went to the Alamo or something like that. But yeah, we went around. It was a lot of fun because it was me and my brother. My brother was in the sidecar, and I was on the back of the Vespa. And then we switched. But like, my grandmother had made this scavenger hunt to take pictures of like different buildings around on the tour, and the tour guides had helped them with it. And so like throughout the tour, the tour guides, which were very, very charismatic people. I think it was the main, like, the owner of the business, his wife, and his dad, and his friend. They were all very charismatic people. I think 2 of them, like the owner and his wife, they were teachers, and they taught during the week, and then they did this thing. It was like their side gig.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the guy was like 40, but he was still rocking like a red velvet blazer with Vans, and he had like he was pretty hip for 40. Not gonna lie, and we kind of vibed.
That's probably what you're gonna be looking like in 20 years.
Sounds like what Blaine would be like when he's an adult.
I'd love
not
to
that you're
do
not
that.
one, but a real adult.
I'm old. But yeah, I was rocking with the button undone. We were.
Yeah, keep on doing more of those throughout the night.
Progressively unbuttons.
Make sure people watch through the entire video.
Yeah. Selling myself for the podcast.
People will just skip to the end. Will be banished.
No, yeah, you're right.
Who knows? Maybe I do it. Maybe I don't. Stick
Yeah,
around.
maybe that will ruin it. Everybody's gonna skip over our boring voices to get to Blaine with the center inch of his chest revealed.
Yeah, this is the I'm the Justin Timberlake of this podcast, and I'm about to break off and sell my body for for views.
You turned the redhead into a prostitute?
It's just this thumbnail picture of me as Santa Claus.
Booty.
Yeah.
Yes,
A question
booty.
from the audience, Booty.
Oh, what?
Booty,
Sorry, I don't have
for
the.
sure. Spooks said booty? Question mark?
Who knows?
I think that's a question for Blaine. Who knows?
Who knows?
Sorry,
knows?
Spooks,
I mean-
you can be the special guest today.
Yeah.
I ruined it
Yeah,
last minute for you.
we called a few people being like,
I heard
yo.
y'all just frantic in here when I joined, though. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I think
I won't do it
I think
again,
Blaine
but-
was on the phone.
You were on the phone with somebody, I believe it was Spooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I was like last resort, man.
I was like, yo, Blaine,
Not-
he's here, Blaine.
not-
Hang up the
not
fucking
that
phone,
that's
he's
bad.
here. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, you don't have to come on anymore. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's pretty good.
But yeah, after the sidecar ride, that was like an hour and a half, something like that. It could have been longer if we'd stopped at the bars because that was an option. But you know, most of my family is underage, and when I say most, I mean 2 out of the 5. So,
Damn.
we're getting closer. And then, so it was like
Sorry.
it was us 5 in my family, and then my grandmother. We went on the sidecar rides in the beginning, in the start of the day, and then after we got back, our cousins switched with us, and it's all 5 of them and my grandfather, and they went, and they're all older than us, so they stopped at like every other bar, and so that took like 3 hours for them.
Dude, imagine a fucking family bar crawl.
Yeah, no, I mean they had a good time, I guess, because they came back and they were very, very
Pretty wasted.
Yeah, bar crawls tend to
Yeah.
end up with a good time
It's
anyways.
crazy because it sounds like this happened in the daytime.
Yeah, they were drinking at like 11.
Oh my god.
Man, things
Just
are
you-
up and down in the big city, huh?
Yeah, but they might have been having the better time than me, but I got more looks, all right? Like,
Yeah,
I caught a
that's-
lot of people staring, and it's
That's
always
good.
good. It always feels good whenever people are staring at you.
How much did that blazer cost you in the original, and do you feel like the investment has paid off yet? Like,
I think
It has paid
certainly
off.
paid off.
It has paid off for me, and it's paid off for my brother who wears it to school now.
wow, it's
So,
a familial, it's a dynastic.
we
thing.
bought that, what, like 3 years ago?
Sophomore year in high school.
4
Yeah,
years
we
ago?
had like just
Holy
figure out how to
shit.
drive and everything.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That was one of the starts of the Car Boys, I think.
Yeah, it was. Might
That
have
was,
been one
yeah,
of
that
the
was
second
Carboys
ones, I
Day
think.
Panda Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
It would have been junior year because I did not drive sophomore year at all.
I
Blaine,
did.
are you sure they weren't staring
I
at your
drove.
massive dong, not the jacket?
I mean, but I was in the sidecar, so they couldn't see my massive dong.
Okay.
Mm.
Makes sense.
And it's fair enough. And I know the audience hasn't seen below the waist, but
Yeah, none of us. We could exist only in above the waist scenarios.
we're all wheelchair bound. Sorry, that's not the greatest.
Well, we could. You don't know.
You don't know.
The audience
You don't
doesn't know.
What do you care? Yeah. But after that, we continued the scavenger hunt around this courtyard. If you've ever been to College Station, it's like Century Square. It was literally like almost exactly like Century Square, which I know none of you will understand. But if you have been in College Station and you've been in Century Square, it's kind of like that, except the buildings are bigger, and it's a lot nicer. But
Wait, you're telling me that you had a scavenger hunt, everyone got shit-faced, and then you continued the scavenger hunt?
yeah,
while
and had
everyone was
lunch.
drunk?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Oh, so this is all before, all before like lunchtime by now.
yeah. We ate
Yikes.
lunch
So
at
we
like
have had a
2.
busy day, man.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, the people that weren't shit-faced drove them back to our grandparents' house, which is where I'm at right now. That's when we had the white elephant. We had a bunch of desserts and stuff because we had at a really nice restaurant, and then we took a bunch of pictures, came back. Gosh, there was a lot of dessert. I had a lot of brownies and cheesecake. Not to brag or anything, but
My roommate's been baking a lot of different cheesecakes recently.
that cheesecake was so good. It was sliced in like little tiny slices, so I could just pick it up like a slice of pizza pie, except it didn't like fall, and I just like.
There's something about food and drink. I've never understood it, like hors d'oeuvres and everything. How it's like a bunch of tiny little pieces of like finger food. But have you ever mixed chocolate milk, right? Taking the teaspoon you're using and just started like
sipping it,
like going on. I mean, just spoonful after spoonful, man. It's so much better if you just take a teaspoon at a time.
You do that because you have to make sure it's chocolatey enough.
Yeah, so you take 1 teaspoon, you're like,
and then you're like,
good. And then you suddenly are stuck in the feedback loop of getting another teaspoon.
Yeah.
Can't say I've ever done that, but I have tested my chocolate milk. I've probably taken about 3 spoonfuls.
I guess that means I'm not.
Do that with hot chocolate. I do the same thing with hot cocoa. Like if I want to put like honey in it or anything, so what I do, if I'm cooking hot chocolate in a microwave, I use 2 packets of hot cocoa mix. First off, can't go with 1. Pour 1 into the dry mug. Pour milk over that. Mix it dry with a spoon. Then put it in the microwave for like a minute, maybe. Take it out. All of it has like congregated back to the top. It's all like burned, charred chocolate. But it's like, it's worked its way up through the milk.
Yeah.
So it's permeated through the milk a little bit. Then you mix it. Mix that like, magma-esque chocolate into the milk. Pour your second one on top of the warm milk, which is how you're supposed to actually do it, I think, is warm the milk first, then do it. So you're basically just starting with a hot chocolate base and then adding hot chocolate to it. And it comes out the same way. It kind of like chars up at the top. And then you mix it, and you always gotta taste with the spoon first. And so you're just sitting there and it's hot. So you have to blow on it every time. Blow on the spoonful every time. So you're just going in, digging in with your spoon over and over again.
It's like you're eating chocolate soup.
There's a brief point in time when I would melt marshmallows on top of my hot chocolate. So I'd put like some people put marshmallows in their hot chocolate after, like right before they drink it. Yeah. I would put it in there and then put it in the microwave. So it would melt into this like foam on top. And then I would sprinkle sugar on top.
That sounds good.
Shit was good. It fucking took ages to clean the mug because it got all sticky on the top, but
right, yeah.
Shit was good.
I'm against any sort of topping that covers my hot chocolate.
Really?
Yeah, like any whipped cream or marshmallows that covers the entire surface. Wow. Not for me, because it's gonna prevent the hot chocolate from cooling, and it's just like.
You can mix it in though. Yourself.
I didn't peg you as a sort, Blaine.
As a what? Huh?
As the sort. Listen, I don't know why you want to be so cold, Blaine. It's called hot chocolate for a reason, okay?
I get iced coffee in December.
Really? Yeah, I eat ice cream in December. I've been eating ice cream today, actually.
I don't like warm.
If you're gonna drink anything cold, it's fucking eggnog this time of year. Are you kidding?
I have never had.
Or water, yeah.
Not only I drink warm water, right? I heat it up in the microwave before I drink it, just out of principle.
Your water?
Yeah.
I've never had eggnog.
How have you never had an eggnog?
Dude, eggnog is so polarizing.
Well,
to hear that someone hasn't even tried it is weird to me.
That is very weird.
Because everyone's always like, eggnog, ugh, that's the worst shit ever. Or someone's like, dude, I get sick every day.
So I guess none of my extended family or immediate family like it, because we've never had it at parties. We've never had it like in the house around Christmas time. And so like I've never bought it. I've never gone. I mean, I don't go to the store by myself whenever I'm home for the holidays.
I'm buying you eggnog.
I'm not gonna. Okay.
I see you in a day or two, you're getting eggnog from me.
Alright.
Is this a PS2 song?
It might be.
Ambient song?
It might be.
Wait, what playlist even is this?
This is like it's like dark, wintry sounding video game music is what's playing.
Oh, okay.
So this might be from like a PS2 era game.
Yeah, there was a part of Castlevania in here before we started. It was really nice.
Yeah,
was it before we started?
There's some GameCube. I think it was on when we started. There's been some GameCube and PlayStation 2 music, I think, already.
Another thing that's came out since we last had the podcast, Sephiroth.
Oh yeah, Smash Bros.
In Smash, yeah.
Yeah.
Was the Game Awards this week or last week? Like, could we have talked about the Game Awards last time?
Was it on a Sunday?
No, I don't think it was.
Was it on a Sunday or?
I think it was
on a
just after, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that was honestly pretty boring, the Game Awards. But Sephiroth.
Interesting.
Sephiroth is very interesting.
Gotta say, initial thoughts on him, just based on my use of him and my brother's use, because we play each other, he attacks like a heavy character, but he's not a heavy character. And I don't think that's a...
weight. He's the same weight as Kirby and Pikachu.
Yeah. So he's a light character that attacks like a heavy character. And I don't like that.
He's really spacing heavy. Because all his moves are so slow, but they cover so much. My experience, I played Spooks for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I think Caleb was there when it all went down. But, yeah, it was pretty, he gets predictable. His special moves are fucking whack how good they are, though.
That side B, I think the side B where it's like it shoots you with orbs that orbit you.
Yeah.
He can come out fast with that.
Yeah, that's a neat
He's
tool.
like, tap, 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 tap.
It's a pretty neat tool. Yeah, I think Sephiroth's interesting.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what kind of matchup he'd be good in, because, like, I was originally thinking he's like Byleth, where it's like, okay, this is like a heavy killer. Because he's kind of fast. But then he's like so light. It's almost like one Bowser smash attack would just demolish him.
I think he's good against any slow character. He's also good against most, like, small characters.
Yeah, well, I was bodying with
not
Pikachu.
Not small in terms of, like, small hitboxes, but, like, light. Any light characters he's fine against, I think. I think he's a pretty solid character.
I think he's a glass cannon.
Game & Watch fucking bodies him, in my experience.
Yeah. He's like the slow glass cannon.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
He's like Jinx in Gen 1 competitive Pokemon. I don't even know a lot about Gen 1 competitive Pokemon, but I know that Jinx was like, you hit Jinx once and they're fucked, but all the attack power that Jinx had.
Whoa.
Whoa.
My camera's not in a rolling chair.
Oh, I thought it was on like a Lazy Susan or something on your desk. I'm like, why do you have that on a Lazy Susan?
The light's better right here. It's the best. I've been all around the room.
Angle with a rolling dish.
Yeah.
You know what I really hope is a Christmas miracle is some goddamn Hollow Knight Silksong news.
Yeah.
Give me some fucking Silksong news, Team Cherry. Please. Apparently, actually, what are you gonna move?
Trying to get in the barber chair.
Are you about to move?
Yeah, there you go.
But actually, I watched a
Oh,
video.
no.
Nah, it's fine.
I watched a video recently. How did you get up there? I thought your legs didn't work.
He has really strong
I used
arms.
my arms.
Oh, I got you. There's a magazine called Edge Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a gaming magazine. And they teased their December 31st issue. The cover art. And it's really basic. But people think that it's going to be Silksong. Like, I guess either like a review or like a release date in the magazine or something. Because the editor of this particular issue, like the head person who did it, she has worked with Team Cherry on multiple things before in PR, and she also kind of alluded to it being Hollow Knight related and on Twitter. So I'm pretty fucking excited for December 31st to roll around, because I am a super fan.
Wasn't it supposed to come out this August, like this fall?
No, there was never any kind of official like release teaser or anything. They announced it in February of 2019.
Right.
So it's probably going to be coming out early next year.
Mm-hmm.
Because it looked
It's crazy that there's no release date though.
It looked pretty fleshed out in the reveal trailer 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So they probably just had to fine tune a bunch of stuff because all the they had a playable demo and stuff too. So they probably just had to finish up late game stuff and some music and that kind of stuff.
A lot of the mechanics probably transferred over, so it's a lot easier to No,
the gameplay is almost entirely different.
Well, true, but the enemy AI...
Hornet's moveset is very different. Movement is very different. She can, like, cling to walls and stuff. She can, like, throw her nail at stuff and pull herself into walls and shit. She's got some neat abilities, but there's also, like, a quest system that they added. Usable items, like, not, like, abilities, like, items that you create, like crafting and stuff. It seems like it's going to be very different, but very cool.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Yeah. Excited for that. Because I remember you're the one that got me into Hollow Knight back in the spring, before spring break of this year.
Yeah.
Because I was playing it all when we went traveling during spring break and then couldn't come back to school.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, dude. I am very excited about it. I anticipate that more than the new Zelda game that's coming out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a really weird thing for me.
Well, it is a good platformer.
It's incredible. I love it.
It's like the Hollow Knight of platformers, I'd say.
What?
It's like the Hollow Knight of platformers.
Hollow Knight is the Hollow Knight of platformers?
No. Well, sorry. Sorry. I mean, it's like the Cuphead of platformers.
Sure.
I feel like.
Sure.
Because it's so hard.
Sure. I could say the Dark Souls.
Yeah, the
Dark
Souls of platformers.
The more normal saying.
I'm glad you guys agree with me.
Put your head in the... Yeah, we agree with you. Don't worry.
Yes. Okay. Well,
yeah, I got you.
Can we take a little detour real quick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna embody my football announcer persona real quick and just rant.
Music really woke me up there. Sorry.
Just rant a little bit about how Ohio State should not be in the playoffs.
Okay, I don't follow college sports, so you can go on this tangent and I'll just listen.
If I did follow college sports,
I saw that OU won today.
Ohio.
That doesn't matter. OU, Big 12 doesn't matter. We're talking about the college football playoffs. Big 12 is not anywhere close.
Listen, Blaine, listen. Just tell me who I should bet on right now for next week's game to make money, all right? Do it.
Alabama.
Okay. All right, I'm putting 10K down.
Isn't Florida beating them right now?
They shouldn't be beating them. Let me check the scores.
I don't think they were beating them. It was pretty close when I checked.
Well, it was 7-7, and then last I checked, Alabama was pulling away. So let me check.
I like how I said I don't know anything about college sports, and here I'm being like, well, it wasn't Florida.
Talking about a game that's going under right now.
35-24. Alabama has 35 in the third quarter, so it's close. It's closer. But Florida has their on and off days, honestly. Like the fact that they got beat by LSU kind of exemplifies that. But
damn, what happened to LSU? I thought they used to be good.
They lost like all of their players because most of them were seniors last year. Anyways,
like our high school that one time.
Yeah, basically. So I go to Texas A&M.
No shade thrown. Sorry.
Texas A&M is the number 5 ranked team in the AP polls, which means we have a chance at the college football playoffs. Now, there's been a lot of like jostling around with the number 4 spot because number 3, number 2, and number 1 has kind of been sealed. It's going to be Alabama, Clemson, and Notre Dame. Alabama's 10-0. Even if they lose to Florida, they're not going to be out. Florida, if they beat Alabama, they have a chance to be number 4 in the college football playoffs. Ohio State's kind of the reigning pick for it, and then A&M has just been consistent after their loss against Alabama, the second game of the season, mind you. We did get smoked, but whatever. So Ohio State, as you know, the Big Ten did not start playing football until way later. Now I know that shouldn't disqualify you from the college football playoffs, but on top of them starting way later, they also had to cancel two games, I think, because of COVID. So they're playing significantly less games, and I know they're undefeated, but because they're playing significantly less games and because of their performance against Northwestern State that they played today, where they didn't play very well.
They got some smoke.
Yeah, well, Northwestern was winning at the end of the half. So, on top of that, there's also, like, you haven't played enough games. I don't feel like you've played enough games to qualify yourself for the playoffs. There was even a rule in the Big Ten that said if you play, if you play like two less than the average number of games that the other teams are playing, it doesn't qualify you for the conference championship. So if they can't even play the conference championship, and they changed that, by the way, the Big Ten changed that rule this season. If you can't even play the conference championship in your division, in your conference, how can you even play the college football playoffs?
Is this a big controversy right now?
It's not really a big controversy. It's just like, I want Texas A&M to go to the college football playoffs.
That's fair.
We haven't seen it since the college football playoffs have been around. It was the Rose Bowl, but it's been a while since we've been up there. And like COVID might have helped a little bit for our team, just because other teams might not have gotten their feet. But we also have a lot of good seniors. I feel like, I don't know, we kind of deserve it more than Ohio State, even though Ohio State made it last year. That's just my rant. You can say what you want about it.
Well, Blaine, I'll email the commissioner on your behalf.
Thank you.
You've convinced me.
Thank you. And I do have a lot of sway. We have a lot of.
I'm gonna call my state representatives. See if we can get this returned.
Say Texas A&M should be in the college football playoffs.
Pass a law about this.
Every year they need to be there. But yeah, either way, it's good for A&M. They're gonna get a good, it looks good. They're gonna get a good recruiting class, and it would be especially good if they can continue it, because it can't be like a one-off thing. And I know they have a lot of seniors on their O-line, and Kellen Mond's a senior, so they're losing the quarterback, most of their O-line. So they'll be starting a sophomore quarterback, basically, I think, next year. Which didn't do bad. Like, they put him in the Alabama game because Kellen Mond was doing absolutely terrible. And I don't think he's the best quarterback to begin with. But with the fresh baby quarterback that they had, they drove on Alabama and got in the red zone, and he ended up throwing an interception. But still, like, driving into the red zone against Alabama.
Yeah, it's still pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Sounds pretty.
I'm sure game time. Yeah. Have you guys seen that video of the guy who hijacked like a golf cart on the field and they were like giving an interview or something?
People got fucking ran over by it. This dude's like hanging on to the side trying to fucking capture it.
Yeah, my favorite was the guy who was like, he had his legs on the hood and he was sitting in the chair, so he was kind of stuck in the cart at speed across the field. And he saw people, like, I guess he knows people run behind him, so he was just like, instead of trying to like unjam the gas pedal, you just do like a tactical roll off of it, and you just seem like getting left behind in the video. God, such a good video, man.
Oh man.
So I know
Go ahead.
I know we've talked about what we want for Christmas. What do you think you're gonna get for Christmas? Now that it's kind of finalized.
I know my grandmother's made me a quilt.
Oh,
is
that's
very
That's
nice.
cool as
nice.
hell.
I love that.
I
Yeah,
need to.
Does it have your face on it?
I hope.
I
No,
still use
I
my
doubt it.
grandmother's knit blanket that she knit for my dad when he was
Really?
in college. Yeah, it's
Yeah, dude,
super
no.
nice.
Like, like quilts can last a while.
Oh yeah,
Like, you gotta cherish them.
I use that knit blanket on my bed at my parents' house, and I use a quilt bedspread that my grandma made for my dad at my apartment. So it's so nice.
I think gifts like that are very nice. Yeah.
It.
'Cause, like,
Oh yeah,
it-
handmade stuff.
I feel like there are better gifts, but also there aren't. You know,
Yeah.
like you could go buy something that they really want, and they'll be like, "Oh, cool, yeah." Then give them a quilt.
Ooh, I got a new
Right.
PS5.
What's gonna
Yeah, I
keep you
mean-
warm at night? Your PS5 or your fucking quilt?
Yeah, but ask like
Probably
any
both.
10-year-old.
Turn fucking Cyberpunk on console. It'll probably
Yeah.
keep your console
Turn
pretty
into a
warm.
space heater.
But yeah,
If
I
you ask a
agree.
10-year-old though, like, do you want a PS5 for Christmas or your grandmother to make you a quilt? They'd be like, "Give me a PS5, please."
Who?
10-year-olds?
Oh yeah,
Any given 10-year-old, really?
yeah.
Give them anything they play Fortnite on.
That's
Yeah, really.
ooh.
Oh, Fortnite. Oh.
No, when
Damn,
we
I
were
said
eating.
I said the buzzword and playing flip
Yeah.
that.
No,
Like his Pavlovian.
no,
Pavlovian
Fortnite. No,
response.
no. But
There's another button, I think. Was there another button?
Yeah, I saw that.
No, that was another
wasn't-
button.
That wasn't very suave at all. You just kind of.
I know I got everyone's attention to unbutton another button. But when we were eating lunch, there was this kid that walked past us because we were eating outside,
No.
and his shirt said "Eat, Sleep, Fortnite, Repeat,"
What a
and
legend.
that was the biggest Chad I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, what a fucking
that was like a-
legendary thing.
If he was a kid and he's wearing that ironically, his humor is so highbrow.
Oh yeah,
Indomitable, really.
didn't look like he was wearing it ironically.
Yeah, I imagine.
But to wear it unironically and still know how cringy that is, that's like mega Chad levels. If he didn't know how cringy it was, then that's just lame. But
Mm.
Dude, I saw a kid. I was at a performance of some kind
Mm-hmm.
recently, and I was in the audience with a bunch of, adults. And I see this kid, definitely not a young kid. Like, he's like in school. Kid's probably like 10 or,
Yeah.
12, somewhere in there.
I can't judge around that age.
Yeah, it's hard. But everyone's, clapping, being silent while the performance is going on. But I look over at this kid who's like a row beneath me, or 2 rows,
Mhm.
because we can't sit, because COVID. You
Yeah,
can't anyway. And I look down at this kid, and he's playing Among Us on his mom's phone. And he keeps flipping out. He keeps, getting upset or something. And his mom kept having to tell him to, shut the fuck up. Pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's so weird. It's such a weird
Mhm.
thing. Like, if it's a really little kid, I can see, show them their cartoons so they don't, yell
Yeah.
at you. But, very strange.
Come on. Yeah, dude, just sit through the concert. You're old enough to, at least.
Honestly,
It
If
makes
he
you
wasn't wearing a
wonder how,
jacket-
like,
if he was wearing a jacket, I would have seen his Fortnite shirt he had on underneath it. Most likely.
yeah, you're right. You've pegged him.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you wonder how parents managed before, portable electronics were
Yeah,
around.
dude.
I turned out fine, and I didn't have a
Beatings.
iPad to look in. Yeah, I did get spanked a lot and switched, but that's beside the point, maybe.
Switched. Oh my god.
Dude, I never got switched. I got hit by a
Dude.
belt, but I never got switched.
It's the worst when they say,
Uh,
they're like, yeah, go pick your own Switch. And you're like, oh shit, man. I gotta go out into the woods and find me a little peach branch.
What did you do to get switched? That's a good
I don't
good
remember.
story.
Explain
Oh.
to the youngins and the people who just might not be Southern and know what being switched means.
Yeah,
What's
okay.
being switched is.
Well, being switched it's very similar to being spanked. I guess it's part of the Southern culture, our little Southern twang on it. But we
Voice crack.
instead of a hand or a baking spoon, perhaps, they'd take a really thin branch, off a sapling or something, and
Mhm.
use that to what's it called? Tan your hide I guess.
Sometimes the thicker branches are worse, and sometimes the
Oh man,
more
the really
elastic.
thin ones that are really,
Oh.
yeah, really like whips. They really whip around. Those would be the worst.
I've never been switched.
I have not been
Never
switched by my
once.
parents.
Oh shit!
Me,
What the
my
fuck?
brother, and my
Oh,
sister
oh.
used to go around fighting and stuff, and we would beat the shit out of each other, basically. I mean, like,
Okay. I actually, one of my origin stories. So one of my buddies, his name was Matt. I
Yeah.
met him. The first time I ever met him, we were swinging like tree branches at each other.
hmm
With my other, we had some mutual friends, and so we all met up in this ditch where this like
Cool.
willow tree or something was hanging over with all like the really. I don't really know what kind of tree it was. I can only say it looks kind of like a willow tree,
hmm
but it had these really droopy type like branches, and so we would pull them off, use them as whips. Shit was crazy. Anyway, yeah.
We used to have, so what we would do a lot of the time is we had these really nice young trees that would grow really quickly, and we would cut them, strip them of their bark except for the handle part, and make like swords. And this was older than you might expect for someone to be making this stuff. Back in the trees where we were at. So we'd make the swords, and then I can't remember. I think it was my sister. She took it a step further because in one of our trees, there was like vines growing, and the vines had like thorns on it.
Oh.
She wrapped it around the stick, and then had like sword fights and stuff. But yeah.
Spook says his parents used a leather whip with a metal tip.
What?
That sounds
Cat o' nine
fucking
tails.
brutal.
What?
That sounds absolutely messed up.
I have only gotten spanked with a spoon because the spoon was like the thing in our house once, and that was when I was really young. And I remember after getting spanked, I went and cried in my room and cried until my mom came in there because I had made her feel guilty, I guess. And I proceeded to say she doesn't love me anymore.
Oh man. Oh,
just
no.
like over and over and over until she had to like cave, and all that bad things that I had done, she had to like swallow her pride and be like, no, okay, like all right.
So funny.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about capital punishment on children. You can't unspank.
Capital punishment.
See, the thing is, I can't even remember what I did wrong though.
Exactly.
At this point, but I remember being spanked.
I do. Yeah, I remember being spanked and like whipped multiple times, but I have no idea what I did for it. But
Yeah.
I guess the last time I got whipped was like
a long time ago.
A year ago, maybe.
What? Yeah, it was 17.
Like last week. Like really.
I remember one instance where I got hit with a belt because me and my sister, I was like 3 years old, maybe younger. Probably 3 years old because I can remember it. Let's say I was 3 years old. I lived in California at the time, so I was very, very young. And me and my sister decided we wanted to harvest some of the, I guess it was it must have been lemons actually. Our neighbor had a lemon tree. And so we wanted to harvest lemons from our neighbor's lemon tree so we could make a lemonade stand like we saw on our cartoons.
Yeah.
So we go over to our neighbor's house. Obviously, the lemons were not in season yet, so there were no lemons for us to pick. So then we get bored because there were no lemons, and we just start roaming this neighborhood. We live really close to, like, a really big highway. Like, you take, like, 2 turns out of our neighborhood, and you're, like, on a bridge above an interstate, practically.
Yeah.
So me and my sister went walking in that direction in our neighborhood. We go out to that bridge. Mind you, we're both like 3 and 4, maybe 4 and 5 years old at the time. No supervision here. And we walk out to this bridge above a highway. And my grandpa, so when we used to go on walks as a family, my grandpa would hold us over the railing above the cars to be like cool and scary or whatever and fun.
Is this the grandpa you stayed with?
Yeah, this is
yeah. Okay. Wow.
And so my sister's like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hold you over the railing. Luckily, she was too weak to do it, so we ended up coming back. We ended up coming back, except we didn't go back home. We ended up in someone else's garage somehow. I think we were chasing someone's dog because we wanted to pet it. And so we ended up in these people's garage. And I guess they obviously just heard us or something, rummaging around in their fucking garage. Anyway, our parents ended up finding us there, and we got in pretty big fucking trouble for it.
Yeah.
So my dad sent us to separate rooms and spanked my sister first. So I could
it's like
hear
torture.
I could hear what was going on through the wall, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm next. But yeah, he came in, he was pretty upset. I was definitely crying before he even got there.
Yeah.
And he folds the belt over, like, yeah, the whole 10 yards of that. And then the thing with my dad is, whenever he would spank us or hit us with a belt or whatever, he wouldn't ever stop. Well, that sounds really messed up. He wouldn't stop if you put your hands over your butt or whatever, or your leg or wherever he was hitting you. So you would just I got fucking hit in the hands by this belt because I was trying to, like, protect myself. And he was just like, you know, the more you hit your hands, the more I'm going to have to hit you in the legs instead.
Yeah.
Like, I think I got, like, 20 spankings or something for this. It was pretty fucking bad. But yeah, that's the only time I can remember what I did to deserve a spanking.
You weren't even 20 years old.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, one spanking per birthday.
But I mean, I guess
I can see why
they can't understand the scope of it at that age, and there's no way you can explain it. So the only way you can enforce it is by fear.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, you can't just be like, hey, do you, like, logically understand why you can't do this? You know?
Yeah.
Because they can't. Like, the kids can't.
Me and Aubrey had a pretty in-depth conversation about, like, how the fuck do you discipline kids properly? Like, how are you supposed to do it? At what point do you allow your kids to just make mistakes and learn by themselves?
Well, yeah, that's true.
So really, it's a tough thing to figure out.
I mean, there's a line. There's obviously a line where it's like, you could have died. You could have definitely died.
Right. Yeah. Like, at what point are you just protecting your child versus just, you know, getting them in trouble to get them in trouble? I think
and there's some societal things that you have to teach them where it's like, okay, yeah, that might not be seen as a mistake to you, but to everyone else that, you know, is a little older than you and stuff like that, that's big. That's big no. That's big no.
Yeah.
Like Robin
as a kid, you probably wouldn't be like, you wouldn't, you know, walk to the highway and walk back to some random person's house and be like, oh, I should never do that again. But once you have that pain associated with it of the belt whooping, you're like, okay, I'm never fucking doing that ever again.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I did, but yeah.
My sister got me into a lot of trouble when I was little.
Yeah,
I know my dad.
Any generic like kid doing a bad thing, I could probably say that I got whipped for it or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know my dad, being the clever boy he was, whenever he got in trouble with his parents, my grandparents, of course.
Yeah, that is how that works.
He put a book in his pants, like literally. You know, the classic.
How did they not catch him doing that? How do they not know?
Well, they sent him to his room, and so he was freaking out. He was like, okay, I know I'm gonna get spanked. So he put like a small-ish book, and my grandmother came down there, and she was like, all right, you know, bend over, kind of thing, and
over the knee.
Yeah, exactly. And she went to spank him, and she spanked him once, and then, like, she just laughed. You know, you can't really get mad at that ingenuity.
That's pretty funny.
Man,
your little... Go ahead, Caleb.
Oh, they used to whoop kids at school all the time and everything, you know?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like,
I was allowed to get paddled at school when I was in elementary school.
Really, in elementary?
That was so not long ago, which is weird.
Yeah, this was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know my
your
dad.
parents just had to sign a thing that said my kid can be paddled at school, and then you could get
Even
paddled for
before
getting
that
in trouble.
though, it was just like
Mhm.
I think it was just like back like 70s, 80s maybe. Before that, it was kind of assumed like that's how they discipline kids at school, anyways. 'Cause my
Yeah.
dad went to Catholic school, which is like extra. It's like,
Mm.
yeah, you're gonna recite your Hail Marys and everything, and you're gonna get whooped.
Yikes.
Yeah, you guys had a weird little exchange about Blaine's dad's parents being his grandparents, and that reminded me of the meme. Not a meme, but like, it's a meme to me. But there's this really in-depth like chart about how you can become your own grandpa.
Oh right.
With like,
okay.
if your parents divorce and then you marry this one person and then they end up divorcing you and then dating your mom, or some weird fucking real roundabout twisted chart. It's like you have become your own grandpa by the end of it, and it's super fucking weird.
Oh my gosh.
It's probably not as complicated as I made it sound just now, but like, it's
Yeah, maybe,
it's pretty
but-
pretty strange how you can make that happen.
Yeah.
I guess you just have to marry your grandma to become your own grandpa, technically, right? So.
Yeah, but
know?
none of the weird stuff like sex. Gross.
Not like Back to the Future where you get to kiss your own mom or grandma or whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, champ.
It is pretty
honestly.
weird, champ. I think I just realized why I didn't wake up in time. I think what I did was I just went to my like timer clock. I was like, all right, 2 hours, and I didn't press start. I just put my phone down and passed out.
Oh,
feel like
I
that's
have.
probably likely.
So I've done two
explanation.
things. I have done the typical like calculator because I was so tired. Where it's like you swipe up, go to your calculator, type in like 6:30, and then like go to
Oh
sleep.
my
I've
god.
never done that. Some of that.
I've never done
stupid.
that. That's not typical. I've never heard
It's
that happen to anyone else. But you.
Well, you got to be tired. And then I've done one where it's like you swipe up, go to the clock, and then you start a stopwatch. Like, okay, I'll wake up in 2
man.
hours.
I'm too paranoid about not waking up. I've never had something like that happen to me before.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm just not paranoid enough to do it like every week or so.
I guess I'm just built different.
Yeah,
Guess so.
yeah.
I think I've set an AM or a PM alarm on accident before instead of an AM alarm.
I've done that too.
Thing. I think that's pretty common.
That's really easy to do, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like the old like radio alarm clocks,
Yeah.
where it's like
yeah.
you
Just
know,
get a
and like the
24
light
hour,
comes
get
on.
24-hour time clocks and you're fine.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, yeah.
So back on the presents thing, I know Caleb's getting a quilt. What about
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Andrew?
Oh my god! Yeah, holy
That's like a
shit.
40-minute old topic, Blaine. How'd you remember that?
Yeah, what the hell? What do I think I'm definitely gonna get? Well, I know I'm getting a pair of shoes. There's a pair of shoes I know I'm gonna get.
This is Skyrim music.
Yeah, this is just winter music.
Oh, okay. I thought this was like a Nintendo.
No.
Nah.
Okay.
Other than that, I think my sister's getting me a sideburns trimmer because mine died. The battery in mine died. But other than that, I don't really know. I don't like to know beforehand. I like the surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I used to not even like asking for things because I just like the surprise of getting things that people didn't ever tell me anything about.
Yeah.
What about you, Blaine?
Well, I took my brother to a store to get me a present, so I know I'm getting a pillow.
Nice.
I mean, he can't drive, so it's like
pillow?
it's like a nice pillow. It's not a pillow pet, but it's
I
like
got you a pillow
That's how
pet
I
for
know
your-
about the shoes. I was there when the
Mhm.
shoes were bought.
Oh, right.
So.
And then I'm fairly certain I'm getting a new headset, and I know what kind of headset it is because I asked for it, and it's like my expensive gift. Like you
Is
get
it
kind of one
a-
of those every year.
Bayer Dynamic custom game or not?
Not.
Is it the
It's
all I
Arctis
need.
7?
It's the Arctis Pro.
Oh
Okay.
wow, you went for the Pro. Okay.
Because the Arctis 7 wouldn't have been here for Christmas.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's how they get you. That is
Yep.
how they get you.
I think I asked for an Arctis 7.
Arctis 7 would have been fine by me, honestly, because there's not really any difference except lights.
Right,
You
yeah.
get lights around it, and it's like
RGB head-
$20 more.
RGB
Yeah.
gamer ears.
Whenever I ask for things for Christmas, I typically order my list top to bottom, from like things I want the most to things I don't really need as much at the bottom.
Yeah. That's all I sent my parents in terms of a list. And then the rest, it was like, I'm probably going to get some electronics stuff. Like, I want some servos and like a soldering iron, stuff like that. That would be really cool to have.
Man, I always feel weird asking for stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never want anything. Even when I was a kid, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
well, okay, as a kid, I was like, give me some Lego. Come on.
I can see that though. Like, you're definitely the type of person where it's like not very materialistic.
I don't own much, but I don't have anything else that I really would want.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm just a simple man.
Yeah, I
living
mean,
a
I cook all my
simple
meals
life.
in the exact same pan. I eat on the same plate every day.
You're very routine based.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think I'm a little autistic. In GL.
No, you could definitely live like a minimalistic lifestyle, but at the same time, I don't know if you could.
Yeah.
Because that's like too much change.
I don't know. It's pretty minimalistic as is, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, I just don't really have anything that I want. So I was like, yeah, give Dad, give me a, I don't know, one of those. I got asked for a Swiss Army knife, like one of those little keychain Swiss Army knives, because the one that I had was like broken.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
You've had that for a long time.
Yeah, it's handy, dude. I wanted one of the. I hope he gets me one of the ones that has like a Phillips head screwdriver on it, as well as like a knife and scissors.
Yeah.
That'd be handy.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just ask for like a Leatherman, but I don't know. That's pretty expensive. Yeah, I got him some. Okay, well, hang on. Hold on.
What's up?
Just for legal reasons, by proxy, let's call it my mother got him a bottle of whiskey that he likes. But it was from me, okay?
Because you paid your mom for it. Wow. You know what? I'm gonna go.
I haven't paid
I
her
noticed
yet.
you just paid for it even more illegally than if you would have bought it yourself.
Well, it's not to me. I guess actually it isn't legal then. It's only legal if they're buying it for you to consume, right?
Yeah, you just gave her money. What she does with it is up to her.
Exactly. It was a gift of money, and then by proxy, that money gift is going to be forwarded to my father. I
see.
But I mean, I don't think it is illegal, right? If they're buying it not for your consumption, right?
Actually, if you're above the age of 18, I'm pretty sure, at least at restaurants, if someone's above the age of 21, or like your parents or legal guardians or something, they can order alcohol for you. So yeah, like if you go to a restaurant, you can be like, if you're the parent, you can be like, yeah, can he get like a, like a margarita or something?
Yeah. Can you give my son a shot of whiskey, please? Whiskey on the rocks. Thanks.
3 shots of whiskey. I want him to get fucked up.
Can you give him that 140 proof moonshine you got brewing back there?
I know you got it, pal. Bring it out.
Can you give him the Glug Glug 9000 real quick? I'm sorry.
You guys bring a whole keg out here for this boy.
For this fine young man, tap us a keg real quick. Man. Man.
Oh man.
It's a good thing you called me, man. Because I would have been asleep right now.
You heard us freaking out. We were really freaking out.
Yeah,
you were definitely frazzled. Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second, and Santa's gonna come.
All right.
Are you not Santa? Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, go ahead. Leave. I didn't even go off camera. Are you joking?
I got hose.
So scuffed.
So scuffed. I don't think you can hear us right now.
I don't know if you guys can. Ooh. I don't know if you guys
can hear us through the Santa. Can you hear us? Santa's hearing you.
Oh my fucking god.
Santa, I thought you'd be busy with gifts and everything. Or is that mostly the elves?
Well,
why does Santa sound just like Kermit the Frog?
Yeah, I would have never guessed. You'd sound like
Peter, Santa the Claus here. It's coming at you live from. I can't do it for too long.
Blaine, I guess you're here too. Are you off camera? All I can see
me.
Oh.
God, my immersion is ruined.
Dude,
I feel like
it's an imposter.
Don't worry about it. Santa employed me.
This looks so fucking weird, man. I love it.
The mouse matches up really well.
I know.
Santa employed me to make sure you guys were having a good time. All right.
Yeah, absolutely having a good time.
Sorry, you having a good time?
Don't
yeah,
get
I'm
us
sorry.
canceled. Don't get us canceled, Blaine.
Yeah, please.
Sorry
I
about
don't know
that.
what TOS
We've only
is
been doing this
in
for like a month. You can't get us canceled yet.
Yeah.
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 Can we get some TOS champ?
That was
TOS champ.
Ugh.
I really want to end the podcast like Santa.
God, the mouth just matches up way too
Yeah, I know,
well.
it looks so good. Okay, I have a question for all of you.
Go ahead, child.
What is your favorite and least favorite Christmas song?
You know, I'm sure if I heard it, I would
I'm
say
gonna-
that's my least favorite.
I'm gonna start. One of my favorites. I don't know if I can pick a real favorite, but one of my favorites is This Christmas, like the Jackson 5 version.
Oh yeah.
It's so upbeat and interesting. I like it. My least favorite is definitely Charlie Brown Christmas. That song blows. It's so sad sounding, dude.
Wow, so you hate children and the voice
No,
of,
I fucking hate Charlie. Firstly, I could talk about Charlie Brown music. I don't understand the Charlie Brown theme song. I don't get it. Musically, I don't understand it. I don't know how the melody fits in with the rhythm section. It just doesn't line up for me. I don't get it. I never have and I never will.
Whenever I listen to it, I can kind of like hear, you know, like, okay, that sounds
can't
like the
feel it
song.
properly. I just can't. But yeah, I fucking despise the Charlie Brown Christmas song. It's so sad and stupid sounding.
Santa says reasonable. Can understand that.
I like how the left eye, from our perspective, the left eye is kind of crooked. Like just like the way it's stitched onto the hat. So it makes you look really funny.
Sorry about that.
What is Santa's favorite and least favorite Christmas? Oh my god! The eyes move! You turn the right one, it's fucking sideways!
Please, Santa.
Alright, Santa's gonna have to go pretty soon. But
Dude,
as Santa, my word carries a lot of weight, so I gotta consider this. And I gotta say,
I'm gonna have to say something once we turn the cameras off, because I don't think I can say it on stream, but
the entire Jimmy Buffett Christmas album sucks. And let me just tell you, I love Jimmy Buffett, but his entire Christmas album sucks, and I have been listening to it all day today because my grandparents love him.
Got you.
Right, okay. So what is that, just because, like, you've heard it so much you hate it, or is it just because
it's not that I've heard it so much, it's that after the very first time I heard it, I hated it. Not after, during, sorry. Is the okay, we're good.
You'll good soon.
What's my favorite? I don't know the names of any Christmas songs, I think.
Oh.
Which is my main issue with all songs, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
is let's see.
My favorite is I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus by the Jackson 5, and that's because I'm in it, and I'm kissing Mommy.
Oh hell yeah.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
She's a bad bitch.
Correct
All right,
answer,
let me just tell you. Mommy is a bad bitch.
Wow, Blaine.
Santa Baby is a pretty fucking cringe song.
I like what's it called? It goes like this. Like chestnuts roasting on open fire.
The Christmas
That's
song.
Yeah, okay, I like the Christmas song.
That's a pretty good one.
I like
That's a good one. I like that.
That's very classic. I really do like that song. It's a good one.
Any song made by
Nat King Cole, isn't it?
Nat Cole King or Nat.
Nat
King Cole, yeah.
King Cole.
Any
Very
Christmas song
velvety
sung by Frank Sinatra or
good Christmas.
Michael Bublé. I like his Christmas songs.
Some of it's okay. Some of the Bublé stuff's okay.
Yeah.
I like the Taylor Swift rendition of Last Christmas.
I thought about that one and I was like, nah, that's cringe, bro.
I like her version of that personally.
Yeah.
Least favorite
It's up
Christmas
there.
song, Ken?
Oh, least? Probably probably Mariah Carey's the fucking
Really?
All I want for Christmas is you.
Yeah. I don't like modern
Oh wait, is that it?
music.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
overplayed. Or
Yeah, I
just
guess
not
so.
good?
I just don't like the way that they sound. I prefer like the old like traditional
Yeah.
Christmas songs. Really, I don't know
Classic
why.
Christmas just makes me feel cozy.
It just makes
Mhm.
me feel much more Christmassy rather than
Yeah.
like a
I
fucking
wonder what
banger
makes
that
a
I gotta.
Christmas song a Christmas song. Like, I wonder what the
Sleigh bells.
essence
Just
is.
the fact that there's sleigh bells in it. That's it.
That'll do it. Yeah.
That
Pretty
literally
much,
does
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Hang on. Fun little bit of trivia here.
Okay.
Yeah?
So I have a package of Oreos in front of me, right?
Okay.
For one reason or the other, and they have English, Spanish, and French on it. And I just noticed that in English they are called chocolate sandwiches, which is already like it makes sense, but it's somewhat weird.
Yeah.
And then in oh wait, what the fuck? Maybe I can't understand Spanish.
Read it to me. I might be able to understand it.
Well, it just says cookies / galletas de, and then nothing. De
What?
sandwich de chocolate. Maybe that's maybe it's only English and Spanish then.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. Never mind. Let's in the show.
All right, ending it on a low note, really.
Yeah. Next show, big plans.
Big
plans
plan.
from the boys.
And I already know them, of course.
Yeah, we already know.
Of course we do.
You really look like a Muppets character now with the glasses on.
You really do. I feel like somebody has a hand up your ass right now.
But yeah, pretty chill time. Christmas will be happening between now and next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything? Nothing else?
Merry Christmas.
Hey, bitch.
What'd you say?
Yeah, you kind of ruined his whole thing.
Yeah.
Come on,
that's
Blaine.
my
I was trying to wish
Sorry,
everybody
I don't know
Merry
who you're
Christmas.
talking to. I can't see you.
I didn't think that cool
Talking to
Santa
the
would try to
fans.
ruin it like this.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to all.
And to all a good night. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I gotta get
I was
back.
ready
I gotta
for
get
someone
back.
to finish.
Get the screen, please.
I gotta get back on the grind now, making presents or
You don't make
enslaving
them, do
my
you, Santa?
elves.
Yeah,
No,
that's weird.
I employ slave labor through my elves, but they like it. Like they're into that kind of BDSM type
Blaine,
stuff.
Oh, really?
Blaine, stop. Send off the stream. We can talk
Oh,
about
send-
your
You stop
BDSM
talking about your
elves.
slaves.
I'm sorry.
Your BDSM elves, yeah.
I can talk forever about BDSM elves.
We can talk
but,
about it once we cut the cameras.
Yeah, Blaine, it's been
yeah,
going for
yeah,
3
okay.
hours. You gotta stop it.
Send us off,
But
Blaine.
I hope everyone.
Santa, put your words together, Santa.
I hope everyone has a nice night, and a nice next night, and a nice next night until Christmas. But after that, you're on your own
All right.
until the podcast comes around again.
All right. We'll be back next Saturday, boys.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yep. Merry
See ya.
Christmas.